In the preamble of the United States Constitution, there exists one phrase that is proudly applied to this nation. Then, when it was written, as well as today in the year 2024, it says, "We the people." No, not we black or white, we Democrat or Republican, we Protestant or Catholic people, but simply we the people. Now, why does the Constitution use these specific words? Well, I will tell you why. Because we the people of this great nation, and indeed of the nations around the globe, are important. It was the people who established great nations and governments. It was the people who fought and died in wars to defend and protect the innocent of those nations. Yea, even wars to keep our individual nations together. It was the people who made America a dominant force in the world. And it was they who with outstretched arms offered goodwill and aid to the poor and struggling masses of underdeveloped nations. So as to understand our importance, think of the world as a clock that must be wound before it can work. And so the clock was wound with the advent of the American Revolution, and by the time the Constitution was signed and government established, the clock was in full working operation. That clock did slow for a while with the eruption of the Civil War. Now, what does the Civil War have to do with the importance of the people? It actually greatly exemplified the importance by showing people fighting for what they thought was best for the Union. After all, it was the people who started the war, the people who fought the war, and it was the people who eventually ended the war. But there was no union as long as there was a separation of the people themselves. Thomas Jefferson once said, "All men are created equal." But sadly, we have still to reach that point today. Today, that clock is slowly grinding to a halt. America, and indeed the world, is destined to fail and become an extinct history fable. Once strong and united in our beliefs, we have become weak and divided. The question you may ask me, what is my point? My point is this. We can argue and bicker all we want, throw the blame on our elected officials, say that it is written and foretold in the Bible. But the truth of the matter is this. We deserve a better world than what we have at present. And let us face facts. It is up to us, the grunts of the world, the people who need to make the changes. You and I both know the changes that need to be made. Don't waste our time with ignorant questions over how do we do this. We were given a brain and a heart, along with them a spirit and a soul, all the ingredients to cook up something wonderful. And remember, tick-tock, tick-tock. The people's clock is running down.